This is the day. This is the day Manchester United have to win. Manchester United must win. Manchester United will win. Yo, we have to win. We have to win. There's a multitude of reasons we have to win. Starting from, just saving what's already been the worst season ever for any Manchester United fan in recent memory. Honestly, the suffering we've endured this season, we deserve a win, yo. Give us a win, yo. United, please give us a win, yo. That's all I'm begging today. I'm also gonna say congratulations to the Arsenal. Congratulations to the Arsenal. They are the only English team remaining in Champions League. And we'll talk a little bit about that. Talk a little bit about what transpired yesterday and what is going to transpire today, because we got Europa League fixtures today. So anyway, my name is Botswana Papi. This is the Football Power Hour. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you are new to these streets, this is the type of content we do every day of the week, pretty much. We here. Football Power Hour. Winning it again for Manchester United. We might as well just say, it's crunch time for Ruben. It's do or die. It's the season definer. We might as well hear from the man himself, Ruben Amorim, because you know what? We never really listened to this presser pre-Leon. He did it with Harry Maguire yesterday, so we might as well just check it out and see what he had to say. So just chill out. Happy Thursday. We're almost there. We're almost there at the end of the week, and also a couple of hours away from kickoff. So let's enjoy. Let's see what the brother had to say here. Look at him. Just regular, I like the initials on RA right there. I think they do that for every manager. JM was Jose Mourinho's one, I remember.
First of all, are you able to provide an update on the severity of Joshua Zirkzee's injury?
Joshua is out for the season.
Sorry for reminding us of these sad updates.
So he's not going to play more this season. Let's prepare him to the next one.
How's he doing mentally? That must be a huge...
It's tough. It's tough, especially in this moment. I think he's improving in all aspects of the game. So it's hard for any player to stop. But it's football, and he has to be ready now to recover.
There's been a lot of talk about the goalkeepers in the last week. Will you be able to confirm who's starting?
Onana will play tomorrow.
I don't know why, but he should have just kept it a mystery. But also maybe he was saving us the agony of the crazy reaction we would have had a few hours before kickoff, an hour before kickoff, and the lineup is released. Because that's all we'll be talking about. What's Ruben gonna do? Is it gonna be Bayern there? Is it gonna be Onana? But he straight up said Onana, and I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess it saved us the constant speculation. Big up to Lumen in the building. Happy Thursday, my friend. Lumen is already Amorim out. Even if Amorim takes us through. Come on, man. Get out of my club, you fraud, says Lumen. Yes, Papi, I'm Amorim out now, my bro. I'm sorry, Papi, but yes, I am Amorim out. Fair play to you, my brother. I am just very sad to hear that, but at the same time, I understand your opinion. And, we can both be on opposite ends of the spectrum, but we're still Man United fans at the end of the day, right? So yeah, man. Get right here, man. I had to say that to you. Shout out to men like Pop in the building. Yo, big up Pop. Don't forget to hit the like button, by the way. We're just listening to Ruben Amorim's presser from yesterday, because I never got a chance to listen to it. But also, Lumen just announced he's Amorim out, and before the game, which is interesting because I'm sure if we get knocked out today, there will be more people joining you, Lumen.
Just on the other players that are absent, do you expect Matthijs de Ligt to be back before the end of the season, or is he likely to be out for the season?
No, Mate is going to return still this season. Aiden is out for this game. He had a small issue in the same spot during training, contact with a teammate. Johnny Evans is returning to the training, but is not available for this game, and some other players that we have to manage the minutes.
We saw Ahmad doing some ball work. I mean, do you expect him to play this month, or would it be probably in May?
Yeah, this month is not ready for this month, but we hope to have Ahmad still this season.
Thank you.
Just save for the final, Ruben. Save for the final. I would love it to see Ahmad have an impact if we make it to the final.
Is my phone.
Sorry.
Just in terms of Andre, what do you have to think about before you make a decision? Because it's clearly a big decision.
No, I just think, first of all, as a coach and also as a former player, I'll try to do things that can help a player in this situation. So sometimes we talk about managing players physically. We have to manage them also mentally. But then they have to return to competition. And Onana is ready. He had one weekend that I felt that was better for him to not play, and a good thing for Altay to play. And this week, my thinking was to put Onana to play.
Harry, we know how big this competition now is for Manchester United. What is your view of United being in this situation where you're in the bottom half of the table and this competition is the only thing that can save it from being a disastrous season?
No, obviously it's been a disappointing season. There's no doubt about it. From the start of the season, we've been far too inconsistent.
Why does Harry sound nervous to speak already? Like, Harry, it's okay. You're also allowed to speak, you know. That's why you were invited here. Oh, Lumen says, tell me the logic to play Onana tonight. Well, he's the goalkeeper with the most experience, Lumen. He's the goalkeeper that we have available. He is, of course, he can make mistakes, but so can Bayende. And Tom Heaton really hasn't played like a very competitive game. I don't even know. The last time I saw Tom Heaton was preseason. So you know, it's just, that's how you explain the logic of playing Onana. Is it great logic? Jesus is Lord. No, it is just situational logic, I think. Yeah, it's a silly question. It is a disaster season no matter what happens now. It's the worst Premier League season. A win in Europa League will not fix it, but it will mean some cash, some ka-ching-ching, not only for the club but also for the players. So it's an incentive. If there's one more reason you need as a Man United player to win, you just gotta know that, like, listen, one, you'll probably get better teammates next season or in the summer. Two, the club needs this 85 mil. Matter of fact, the 85 mil is obviously not going to all go straight to the transfer budget, but It does remind me of Anthony. I feel like we get enough money to like at least make an approach for Victor Osimhen. That's how I feel. Maybe from that 85 mil, I don't know what, 45 or 50 is available for transfers. I don't know. I don't know how the nitty-gritty of the finances work, but I can guess that not all that money goes straight to the transfer budget. Yes, by the way, this is the minimum, by the way. Yes, Yale, I thank you for mentioning this. I gotta explain this and make sure that we understand that Manchester United could expect to earn around 85.8 million pounds as a minimum if they qualify for next season's Champions League by winning this season's Europa League. This is per the Athletic, the financial experts at the Athletic. So if that's the minimum, are you telling me the truth? You know what I'm saying? We could actually really, really, really get one or two players from just that budget, or that boost from that money. So that is my feeling that, guys, we got one more incentive. We got to go extra, But anyway, let's listen to Harry Maguire real quick.
I think the performances have picked up of late. However, I still think there's key aspects in a game where us players have got to take more responsibility and got to change them in our favour. There's been a lot of games that have been 50-50 and we've ended up on the bad end of a result, and that's something that we do need to work on as a team, as a group of players. But of course, tomorrow night is an important night for us in the competition. A big game, Old Trafford, European night, and one that we're looking forward to.
How is the size of Harry Maguire's hair the same size as his forehead? That's wild.
Harry, what does it mean to a player at United to actually finish the season with a trophy? How important is it that you actually have something tangible to show at the end of the season?
Yeah, of course, it's so important. There's no doubt about it that if we do win the Europa League, it's still going to be a disappointing season for us players. But winning that would be a big bonus. Playing for this club demands trophies. And winning the Europa League would be a special trophy to win. Of course, it gives us access to the Champions League next season, something that we obviously can't gain through the Premier League because our results haven't been good enough. So, it's important that we win trophies at this club. Every competition that we play in, we've got to try and win. And this is the only competition that we're left in. So, of course, tomorrow night's a big game for us. We know that, and it's one that we're looking forward to.
Ruben, a lot's been made of what it means in the short term, but also in the long term. Already mid-April, are you thinking of next season, whether you qualify for Champions League or whether you don't? Do you have a plan A and a plan B?
I think it's more about the budget. I think that is important when you are planning the next season. Champions League can change everything, but you can see it in both ways.
4 more wins, Ruben. That's all we need.
So if you have Champions League, you have to. It's going to be tough to play against top teams on Wednesday and then top teams in Premier League. We are in the moment that you can feel it, that the team needs a lot of work. A lot of work means a lot of time to train. So you can see it both ways. If you don't have Champions League, we want Champions League. We want to win the title. Is the most important thing. Is the best thing. But if you don't have Champions League, you can think that we will have full weeks to rebuild the team and to have more time to work. So that is important when we are going to make the plan for the next season. Is really important. It will change everything.
Ruben, what is the process when it comes to you picking your goalkeeper? Do you
probably the best question of the press conference.
Just pick yourself, or do you consult Jorge Vital and the other coaches as well?
Yeah, of course. The staff is there. Is not just to be there. Of course, I have conversations, and then I have my feeling as a coach, as a former player. Then I'm trying to imagine the game because they have, of course, they are defending a goal, but they have different characteristics. So I make the evaluation the same way that I make for the other players. Of course, the other players, the way we want to play is more with me. Of course, I have a conversation with the staff, but of course, Craig and Vital has a huge.
Why not put Vital? Why not put Vital in there? Come on, man. Like Ruben, just Anyway, let's leave this ad for about a hotel and resort to play, and hear more about this process of picking the goalkeeper and the players from Ruben Amorim. It's interesting hearing him talk about it. I mean, it's something that we can imagine happens. It's like the manager makes the final decision, but with consultation from his coaches, or the head coach does it after consulting other coaches.
Have a conversation with the staff, but of course, Craig and Vital has a huge impact in my decision.
Dave.
Hi, Ruben. Just back on Andre, is there a danger that taking the decision you did for the Newcastle game, does that not put him under even more pressure and more scrutiny when he comes back tomorrow night?
Yeah, that is the
Dilemma.
Not just the dilemma, but this is the big factor on being a coach. Everything you do has two ways, and you can, if he's going to be really good tomorrow, I'm sure of that. But if it's the other way, people will say that.
Did he really believe what he just said? Hold on. He said, I'm sure of that, but look at his eyes. He says, Onana will be good tomorrow, but I'm sure of that. Listen.
And you can, if he's going to be really good tomorrow, I'm sure of that. But if it's the other.
Oh, nah. There's an extra smile after he says the word that. Look at it.
You do has two ways, and you can, if he's going to be really good tomorrow, I'm sure of that. But if it's the other way,
nah, you're not sure about that. Nah. Look at that. Bot's got hate for that. I'm sure he had a mental breakdown after his last game. I don't have an agenda against Onana. I just want him to not make mistakes. That's all. I'm backing him today, by the way. I'm backing him behind Andre the Giant.
people will say that it was a bad decision. So we never know. I'm trying to be clear on things and try to make the evaluation be really simple, not overthinking. And when I imagine the game, and I see Andre Onana, he had 1 weekend that he rest. Now he's ready to return to the competition, and I chose Andre to start this game.
And just on Europa League, you obviously want to win the tournament, but is this team and squad good enough to play in the Champions League next season, given you're going to finish in the bottom half of the Premier League?
If you look at this moment, I think we are not ready to cope, to be really competitive in Premier League and to cope with Champions League. I think it's really clear, and you have to be really clear. But then you play in one club, you should fight for this competition. You should be on Champions League. If you have Champions League, you know that you have a different budget to try to put a better team for the next season. But this team with new players will need time to work. So I think it's something that we'll discover next year, hopefully.
Ruben, do you need a new goalkeeper this summer, or are you happy with the goalkeepers you have here?
No, I think we need to.
Need a new goalkeeper this summer, or are you happy with the goalkeepers you have here?
No, I think we need to improve. So we cannot look to the team of Manchester United and say we are in this position in the league. We have been really underperforming this season, and you cannot change all the players. What we should do is to improve any position on the team with the players that we have and try to bring different characteristics for the next year.
So very politely, can you answer my question? Do you need a new goalkeeper? If you're going
I know you want one question, but you choose the questions, I choose the answer. My answer is that we need to improve every position on the field. Goalkeeper is the same. We can work with Andre. If the team performs, if our team scores more goal and is more danger on the forwards and the strikers, we will defend better. Onana will defend better. Andre Onana already proved that he's a top player in Inter. So he has a pass. Altay the same thing in Fenerbahce. Sometimes you have some seasons that we are underperforming. If we are going like, if any player is underperforming, you have to change everything. That is not the process that we need now.
I respect that, but he consistently has made mistakes for Manchester United.
Yeah, but again,
So it's not just one season. So
Again-
you're a coach. You're saying there's a possibility maybe you might get a new keeper in the summer?
no, what I'm saying, we are going to make that evaluation for any position in the squad. And if we are talking about mistakes, you can see my record. My record is the worst one in our team. So I'm also underperforming, and I think I'm the right guy to coach the team. So I think the same for Andre.
Damn. That was actually kind of not bad of a back and forth, you know. And he kind of protected Onana there. He just said we're gonna make a evaluation for all the positions. And it didn't really say particularly like, I want that guy gone. And he can't say that. He has to back him right now. But there was a very good, like, you know, blanket protection from a manager. And yeah, I can't tell from the body language if he says like Onana is a top priority, because like it feels like when he's mentioning every position, it means like his mind is definitely his mind is definitely on other positions as well. That answer alone is why I like this manager, says Yale. Right? Okay, let's finish it. We're almost at the end anyway.
Hi, Noah, Ziggo Sport Netherlands. Question to the coach. Can you give us an update on Matthijs de Ligt? And do you think that he will return before the end of the season?
Yeah, he's going to return until the end of the season. He has some pain. He finished the game.
Was this journalist not in the room in the earlier part of the conversation?
When he against Nottingham, so sometimes it's something that we need to be sure that he's in the right moment to return to competition. He's working really, really hard, and he's a tough guy. So we expect to have Mata in the next weeks.
A question for Harry,
She wasted her question.
please, for me. What's it like as defender to play in front of Andre? And also, when there are issues with saves or whatever, is it a kind of robust conversation that you have with him? You've been a captain of this club, or is it more of an arm around the shoulder?
That's also this guy. Why are these guys wasting questions? Honestly,
we're hosting
they are literally wasting questions. All right, let's see the rest of this. All right.
No, I think first and foremost, Andre has proved in his past that he's an excellent goalkeeper. He's proved it. He's won numerous.
He shouted at me. Say it, Harry. He shouted at me and made me look dumb on TV when he first came.
Trophies, played in Champions League finals. And during a career, you always have spells where you go ups and downs, and you find yourself a little bit out of form. And it's about how you build yourself back in and find that confidence to perform again. I think at the moment he's probably feeling that everything's going against him. But you take game by game, and I'm sure he's going to be there tomorrow night. He's a big personality, a big character, and he'll be looking forward to the game. He'll want to show everyone again what he's about. And playing in front of Andre, it's great. I have confidence in Andre's. Like I said, he's had a fantastic career.
Even you're shaking your head as you're speaking, Harry Maguire. Come on, man. He's like, playing in front of Andre Nana is great. And I'm like, bro, you're saying no, and your words are saying the opposite.
He's got great experience, and we all know he's an excellent goalkeeper.
Chris.
Just on Andre again, Ruben, you said that you've talked to your coaching staff about him. Have you spoken to him personally, and did you need that conversation to be convinced that he can come back and perform on Thursday night?
That's when I made that decision in the last week, and I talked before that decision. I talked with Andre, and that is important for me to explain the player, for him to understand what I'm thinking. And then sometimes the player is saying one thing, and I understand it's a different thing. Sometimes it's my feeling as a coach that can make my decision more than what they are saying to me, because sometimes they want to feel to show like they are really confident, and I feel it in the other way. So I'm giving just an example. So it's I have the conversation, but then it's my decision in the end.
But having spoken to him, you are convinced and quite happy that he's good to go on Thursday night.
Yeah, I have that feeling for sure. If not, just thinking about the team. The team is the most important thing. I'm not putting Andre because I think Andre deserves to return to competition. I'm just thinking about the game is really important for us.
Last question, Rob.
For Harry, please, if you can. Obviously, all the questions are about Andre. The spotlight is on him. You've had situations at this club where it's been you with the questions and the spotlight on you. Can I ask what that's like and how do you deal with that at this club?
Try your best to ignore it all. Focus on your job. Come in on a daily basis and do your best. I always said to myself, just that's only what you can do. Tomorrow night is another game of football, and you go on that pitch and you give absolute everything. And when you walk off, you say to yourself, I've left everything out there, and no matter how you perform, that's only what you can do. And it's same for any player who wears this badge. It comes with a responsibility to perform. And when you don't perform, and when the league results aren't good enough, there's people who obviously do come under the spotlight. I've been in that situation myself. But like I said, only what you can do is day in, day out, do your best, work as hard as possible, and take each game as it comes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Word. You know what? I have some confidence. I have some confidence about tonight after seeing that. Especially on the main subject of the day, Andre Onana. I think it will be just fine. I think we'll be just fine. Andre Onana starts. I also feel like Mason Mount should start. Right? Yeah, I feel like Mason Mount gotta start. So let's see how this formation is gonna look like. So we got I'm gonna share this real quick so that we look at it together. Boom. Here we go. So why does this look like the Arsenal kid? Let's take this. White out. Good. Okay. All right. So we got Onana the Giant in goal. Obviously, I think like the most sensible thing to do if you are Ruben Amorim is not to tweak that back line. You got Maguire and in the middle. I've got Yoro here, and then over here I've got Mazraoui, and we gotta play Uncle. Oh, big bro Miro. Big bro Miro has to be in there. Ugarte has to be in there, in my opinion. Ugarte has to be in there. Matter of fact, let me put him like this. Casemiro here, Ugarte here. And then on left wing back, I have Dorgu, and then on right wing back, Dorgu, you gotta have the game of your life today. He's gonna score today or get an assist today. Over here, I want to put Mason Mount. I know. Garnacho, I'd want you to sit out and come in as a sub. But knowing what Ruben Amorim is gonna do, I think he's gonna start Garnacho. But I personally would start Mount. That's how I'd do it. And obviously up front we got the one and only, the man himself, Rasmus Højlund. That's how my formation is. My predicted lineup looks like. And I say, as I said early on, I'd rather start Mount, but it's gonna be Alejandro Garnacho. What do you think? Big up to men like Pav in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to Doctor as well in the house.
Hi.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello. Yeah, I mean, looking at this lineup, guys, any complaints?
Yes.
What is the complaint?
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't know about Ugarte and Casemiro. I feel like he's gonna put Eriksen in there somewhere, but I don't know where. That's my point. I don't know. I feel like he's gone.
No, God! Not Christian Eriksen. Why?
No, I don't want Christian Eriksen to play, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna think, oh, European nights, Eriksen in Europe plays a little bit better. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. This is like one of those things is that you won't know till you see the 11.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I know one thing I do know is we will win, but so I saw somebody earlier on somewhere else said we won't know until we see the lineup.
Yeah.
And it's true.
Yeah.
Until the lineup comes up, we're not gonna know what's happening. So we can guess what we want.
The lineup will be as close to. I think it's gonna be this.
Let me see, because I feel like I predicted a similar thing, but I did put Mainu
in there
in the 10.
Ooh, instead of Garnacho.
Yeah, and then I put Bruno next to Casemiro.
Oh, then you put Bruno next to Casemiro here. Okay.
Yeah, and even me on the app, I put Eriksen.
Wow.
Wait, does that make sense? Yeah. This would no. I changed it. This is what I put because I was like, yeah. I don't know. Mason Mount. So if Bruno is where Ugarte is supposed to be,
then you have Mason
Mount. I have Mason Mount in Bruno's position. You see?
I see.
But my problem is, can Mason Mount play fine, he'll play like 60, and then Garnacho comes off the bench.
Yeah. Problem is if you play somebody like Maino and then he's a little bit like not like match sharp, then it's a big.
Yeah. He also has to.
They're going to be paying for that life as well. They know that they lose that knocked out.
Let's be honest. Last week they were shit. They were lucky with the 2 goals.
Yeah. We beat them and then gifted them goals as well.
2 goals.
Yeah.
And Matic didn't even play. He's a. Okay, can anyone tell me? Has anyone been watching Lyon in the French league in the chat? And can anyone tell me how good Lyon are, like overall?
Well, we can look to see that position on the league right now.
No, position on the league is different, but I mean in game, like the full 90. How does it look? Because we played against Arsenal and Liverpool and got draws, right? They were good draws. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were good games. FA Cup final, fifth round against Arsenal, it was a good game. You know what I mean? Like, we have one of, like, technically we're shit, but there's some games we turn up for. The City game, we could have won that. There's a lot of games we could have won, which just final third. But you know what I mean by like, I want this. Do you know what this season has taught me? I have to widen my scope, not just watch English Premier League, watch every league. Because right now we're umming and ahhing, and we don't know like our opponents. You have to learn your opponents. That's what's that book called?
Something about war. I mean,
Yes. You and I have the same idea. We're thinking of the same book. It's just we can't.
Yes.
We're thinking of the same book.
Yes. That
Something
book.
about war.
But you have to learn your opponents. You have to learn your opponents, and
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
You strategy.
Shout out to Prasant.
Hey,
Shout out.
happy Thursday, Prasant. You know.
I
Lord.
love his dedication. I really do.
Big up, Young Papi. Shout out to Riri as well in the building.
Yes, big up everybody.
Yes.
What's going on, bots?
Chilling. Are you on
It's
a
sunny
roll?
in America. Oh,
Nice. It's
the
traffic.
weather
in-
looks amazing.
Where you at? Are you in
I'm heading back home. I had to take my mom to do blood work, so heading back home.
Are you in Brooklyn right now?
Of course.
Hey, I see the background. I'm like, all right, this Brooklyn vibes.
Brooklyn all day.
Yay, BK, what up? That's dope. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're talking over here about like hey, Young Papi, where you at? Bermuda? Hey.
Everybody's driving.
Everybody driving, man. It's nice. Reckless
Now,
drive.
young Poppy is where the sunshine really is, because it's actually sunny and it's hot. Here in New York, it's sunny, but it's chilly as hell outside.
Oh, yeah. Look, and further over there, is that the ocean further? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Guys, I have to buy my tickets to Bermuda.
right? Kenny says Young Papi's driving towards Leon. Nice, man. Oh, careful on the road now. Careful on the road.
That's not a road. That's like a walkway.
Right? That's
Man, driving in these islands are crazy. Trust me, I've done it before. It's insane.
Wow. That's wild. He's driving towards the Champions League, says Box. and what for me was throwing me off is driving on the left. Seeing him just
Yeah, definitely.
Watch out for the oncoming traffic.
What are we doing? The lineup for today?
Yeah, this is the predicted lineup. I have Onana in goal, Maguire, Mazraoui, and Euro, the center backs. Dalo right wing back, Dorgu left wing back, Casemiro, Ugarte in the pivot, Bruno and Garnacho as the 2 10s, and then Hoyland up front. And
Yep, sounds about right. Because everybody's telling me he's not gonna start Mount, so I guess Ugarte is gonna start in the pivot with Cass.
yeah, and hopefully Ugarte has like an impact because
Yeah, I'm hoping he has a good game, man, because he really didn't have a good one at Newcastle.
Yeah, two players that really have to have a good game is Ugarte, and also like if Dalo can have a good game, like I think we'll get some assists or some from one of the wing backs. We need the
Yeah.
for sure. So yeah, and I'm a little bit more confident, even though like I was nervous that Onana gonna start. I don't know. I just watched the presser, and there's a little bit of like, I don't know. I feel a little bit
Situation with his wife was resolved, so his,
that's probably what Ruben thought. Like, go fix things at home.
yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah. Listen, this team is so very defensive, though.
Well, I mean, we gotta park the bus and hit them on the counter.
Do we? Because I was trying to figure out like who's the underdog in this fixture. I can't tell.
Yeah, they're both shit teams, to be honest.
It's just dogs and dogs. There's no underdog and like it's so weird. It's such a weird fixture that we have today.
That's why I said what I said. Like I feel like Vivian
but Lyon more so beat themselves than us beating them.
Yeah.
We see us do that to ourselves week in, week out. So I just feel like it's gonna be the opposite way around. Where we're gonna play probably bad, probably have some good moments. We're gonna have good moments, of course, but for the most part, it's just gonna be
Word.
at this point.
Word. I hear you. Doctor, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Like, we will have some moments, but I feel like I agree with Young Poppy. Like, they're gonna crumble, and plus, it's Old Trafford. I mean, I'm hoping that the atmosphere. It also depends on the fans in Old Trafford. If they stand behind the team, hopefully they can. The team feeds off of that energy. The craziness.
Yeah.
That game versus Liverpool last year, the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. I feel like half of the reason we won that match was the fans, the 12th man. Because if it had been at Anfield, we would have lost it, and it would have been equally as close.
You're right, Doctor. You can never underestimate the ability of just having that like home ground advantage. It does add something, even though sometimes, we saw yesterday Real Madrid was at home.
Oh no, Real Madrid got a bit too cocky.
Yeah,
if they had kept quiet, if they had come to England and just took their chances, and at least scored 1 or 2 goals and ended the game at 3-2.
Yeah.
Like, the Villa PSG game last week.
Yeah.
You see how they went to the Bernabeu? Same thing. It would have been crazy. You see how Aston Villa played earlier on this week versus PSG? Madness, they were this close to winning it. Then he took... I still stand by Rashford shouldn't have come off because he was this close to scoring and assisting. And yeah. I was really rooting for Aston Villa. I think I'm more hurt.
Yeah. No, Aston Villa was sad to see them get knocked out. But on Real Madrid, there's this the Arsenal trolls have been working overtime, and they said, look, what a comeback.
I need Arsenal fans to calm down,
Look at that, though. Look at that.
Oh, Young Puppy, can you not? Like, I'm kind of jealous. Look at that beach. Oh my God. Wow. I'm coming to stay. Young Puppy, we have to talk about like me moving to Bermuda because I've been watching like shows and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, you're a doctor, I know. Yeah, you could go anywhere you want.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
I'm moving.
I mean, I might be allowed one because I deliver to the people, but yeah.
Oh, I'm coming.
This is kind of where me and Farbs grew up, Spanish Point.
Nice. That's really nice, bro. That's really nice. But anyway, we're talking. Look at this. Look at roof closed, 94th minute, 15 Champions League scored in the 95th minute. Galacticos 3.0 scored in the 96th minute, and so on and so on. I thought, because at the end of the day, Real Madrid were too cocky, and
they should have just, if they had, how they did Man City in the playoffs, and I think they won it 3-2, or something.
Yeah.
And then they went home and won it convincingly. They should have done the same thing. If they had scored 2 goals and it ended 3-2 Arsenal, we would have but it's over. It's like it's a mute point because it's done.
Yeah.
Now we have to hope and pray PSG don't play around.
So
because I'm not.
Yeah. Who's
the way?
That's wild.
I'm hoping Barcelona win it or PSG win it. I actually don't mind, but the way Barcelona is playing this season, if Arsenal make it to the final and they don't take care, Arsenal might win it, and I don't want that.
The winner is coming from the right-hand side. It's either going to be Barcelona or Inter.
Or
For me.
Inter Milan. Yeah. If Inter Milan make it to the final, I'm going to say convincingly they will win it.
Inter have that much heritage. But
yeah.
if the final, what's the final that you'd like to see? Actually, let's go around there.
Me personally, Barcelona PSG.
Barca PSG.
Yeah.
That could be, that'll be.
Do you know why? Because PSG's never won it, and they let go of Mbappe, Neymar, Messi to make it this far. It's a whole story behind it, and who doesn't like a story? The Champions League, almost every final, it has a story behind it.
True.
So, I mean, it's emotion. It's everything. Even last year's final, Real Madrid won their 15th, and everybody was acting. Some of the players had won 6. Tony Cruz who retired last year, right? Or who was it?
Yeah, it's Tony Cruz.
Yeah,
it was Tony Cruz.
Yeah, after winning the Champions League, if they hadn't won it and he retired, it'd be like, wah wah. So it's story.
Yeah. What about you, Riri? What do you think? Because Kenny says Inter's gonna win the Champions League. A lot of people are sleeping on them. What do you
I
think?
was just gonna say.
Yeah, we'll come to Young Papi after Riri. But and also Riri, answer what's your dream final from these 4? Your preferred final.
I don't care.
Yeah.
My dream final is Man U in the Europa final.
No, okay. That's what I said, preferred from these 4 teams.
I don't care. I don't really care about this, bots. Like, people put all kind of stock into this. None of these teams are my team. Like, Real used to be my team when Ronaldo played there. When he left, I was done with Real. So none of this. I don't like I said on I can't say what I said in the group chat, or you'll get demonetized.
Demonetized. Okay, but will you be watching it though?
No, probably not.
Oh, word. Okay, that's different. I mean, like I think for me, it's like, other than the World Cup final, like a Champions League final is up there in terms of.
Yeah, Champions League final is up there if one of my teams is playing in the Champions League. Some other team, I don't care. It's like the NBA playoffs. If my team gets knocked out, I'm done. I'm not watching no more playoff games.
You turn off, you tune off.
Turn off the TV. I mean, if you guys are streaming or whatever, I'll jump on your channel. But like, for me to actually turn the TV on and watch a game that has no significance to me, like, mm-mm.
I hear you. Young Papi, what do you think?
I am a little bit of a mixture of everybody right now. Like, I heard everything Riri just said, and I feel that the only thing different that I would do, I'll just be playing my PlayStation as I have the TV on with the game on, not really paying attention to, But that's pretty much it. But other than that, to actually answer the question, I suppose Inter and Barca. And I hate to put Barca up there, but honestly, you can't knock good football sometimes,
So you think Inter would win it over Barca?
But obviously, that depends on I don't know who's playing who next. To be first,
So,
it don't
so
depend.
it's PSG versus Arsenal, and then Barcelona versus.
So it wouldn't be that then. Okay, cool. So it would have to be PSG, obviously, because fuck Arsenal. And yeah. I would personally have to go Barca only because of the good football, but PSG to win it because, again, I'm not keen on Barca winning it either. So
yeah,
and I have respect for Inter. They went to the finals not too long ago, isn't it?
Right, versus City, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like to be back into the semis you gotta go to the finals. You gotta make it finals and actually win it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are sleeping on them. To Young Poppy's point, I think I watched that game with them and Bayern yesterday, and they play good football. Like they legit play good football.
Yeah, people are saying. Some people like Yale are saying that this is Arsenal's year. Jack says Arsenal is the least favorites to win. Wearing red work against them. Yeah, yeah. Well, anyone but Arsenal, says Box. What were you saying, by the way? Somebody was saying.
Oh, 1 minute.
Yeah. Big up to AJ who's just joining us. Kind reminder to anybody that is here, don't forget to hit the like button if you're just tuning in. We are diverted to Champions League conversation just because, the fixtures are set and we're wondering who you think will take it. AJ says Barcelona or PSG will take it. Yeah. Ikare says, do not speak Arsenal winning into existence, please. Fair enough. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for this. Yeah, I'd like PSG versus Inter Milan as a final, but I wouldn't mind PSG Barcelona as well. So, yeah, definitely. The teams from the right. SLD, when we're talking about finals, by the way, says his SLD's rankings is AFCON final at the top, Europa's final second, World Cup final, and then Champions League final. Right? Oh no, I'm reading that the other way around. Champions League final at the top, World Cup at the second, and then Europa League final, and then an AFCON final. Interesting. There's no racismo, SLD. We like AFCON, but the time for AFCON will come later on. So that is that's that. PSG's team is too young. Barcelona is too random. Inter could maybe do something. Arsenal is very solid in defense, and with Saka back and hungry, I see them winning it. All right. Interesting. Well, yeah, that will be obviously when those fixtures are being played. I think in probably like a month or 3 weeks, I guess. That's when the Champions League, we resume Champions League action. But for now, today, there is Man United playing Lyon, and also another game that is also going on. It's like there's Lazio versus Bodo Glimt, and Frankfurt versus Spurs, and Athletic Club versus Rangers. But we'll be here for United versus Lyon for sure. Yeah. So yeah. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you are around later on. And please, Man United, give us a win, yo. This is all I pray for today. Yeah. Any closing words from anybody as we wrap up the show?
I guess I could say what I was gonna say before I got interrupted by a customer, but I was basically gonna say with that whole Arsenal one, the thing is right now, if Arsenal was to make it to the finals, I will and can say the exact same thing I said about Inter just now. I don't think that they'll win it this year, and it's simply because they've never won it. But to get there again, like they did against Barca or whoever they played before with Henry and all of that there back in the day, Barca, I think. Like, yeah, basically do that and then go back again next year, and then next year would be more decisive, like if it was gonna be Arsenal. But that's my take on it. This year won't be their year. This is their year to make that name that, they just beat the champions, but somebody else is going to beat them only due to, I guess, them just lacking that, I guess, confidence to go a bit further. But they're going to get it the next year in a sense, like,
Yeah.
But that's my take on it. Like, you see, and even if it's not the next year, the year after that, like, they'll kind of have like a 3-year period in a sense to get it done. After that is over, so like they'll never have it done. Like, laughing again, like type of, we'll be laughing at them again, no worries.
True that. The Braid says the season rests in Vaseline hands today. Oh boy, I think he'll be ready. I somehow I want to just share this confidence that I got from like watching that presser at the beginning of the show, that I feel like today Onana will be recharged, rejuvenated, and focused. He will not be the Mr. Mistakes. You know, he'll probably come up with a pretty good save as well. So I'm very, very, very confident and hopeful as well. Let me not lie. I'm hopeful. But Andre, it is the time to shine. Exactly. He will get an A rating.
He has to pull off like one of his better games. I'm trying to think of a game that he had that I can reference to say he has to have that kind of game, but it's not even coming to mind, to be honest.
Like, yeah.
You know, like with a goalkeeper, like with David De Gea, you could have remember that game. What was the game that he played? We played. Was it Arsenal we played against?
Yeah, it was Arsenal.
When he played about 5 saves in like the closing minutes of the game. Right.
Yeah.
So you can't even reference to say, oh yeah, Onana needs to have, you know, the game he had against XYZ, because
yeah, definitely. And also we have to pray Højlund scores like goal, because
we're praying to
my
prayers.
God. We're praying several prayers because I need Højlund to have at least 2 goals. But I know that's not gonna happen because Bruno and somebody else are gonna save us.
I honestly don't even
hopefully Mason Mount.
I don't even think Højlund scored in training this week.
No.
Like it's not tough. If he scored in training, we need some footage. I please be confident is all I ask. You're right. I was out here thinking that it just rests on the wing backs having a good game and Ugarte, but it's Højlund and Onana as well. They need to be on it. And SLD says we might need a new metric, XM, meaning expected mistakes, and it's 0 right now from me. I hope Onana, you do it. Do we even have anyone who can play false 9? Says Ikareng. It's not the time to be false 9s right now. Bruno, I don't know. I don't think it's
Amarim's not gonna do that. He doesn't look to me like a coach that does like a false 9 kind of lineup.
Well, we kind
of
did
that was more of a Ten Hag kind of thing.
Didn't we do that when Ruben played Kobe? Didn't he play him as a false 9 this season?
He did.
It didn't work out. You know,
it was once.
Yeah.
And has he tried it again? No.
No. So
clearly he's dropped that thought.
Yeah.
We let Lacazette have too many free shots, says Box in the
I agree with that. I agree.
They have to tackle people, foul people. Like you have to make sure you don't get a yellow or red, but just make sure people don't have all the freedom. Just don't let people walk around on the pitch. You know.
Yeah, like that second goal, Kobe fell down, but he never got up.
And also,
you know that gospel song, "We Fall Down, but We Get Up."
Yeah,
he did not get up, bro.
Yeah, I know.
He did not get up.
But I
he fell down and stayed down. Like,
oh Lord!
And the funny thing is, when Onana parried it out, every person on the defense stood there for like 2 seconds. Just looking at the
it
ball.
was like they were so
Turkey
slow
just
to
took the
react.
And I'm like, if you were standing right there, kick it out. Let it be a corner. You know, the corner would have been the last kick of the game.
Yeah.
My God. Do you know what? I'm actually starting to get nervous, guys. I was pumped.
No.
I'm like,
The Onana that did a double save, earlier this season. I forgot which team that was, but
He's done several double saves. Is it Crystal Palace?
Yeah, I think it might have been. No, it was versus a European team.
Rangers.
It might have been Rangers. But he's that Onana is gonna show up. And I think it should be.
I mean, I'm predicting a 2-1 win. Bruno and somebody else. Bruno and maybe if
Maguire.
Ericsson comes on. Oh yes, Maguire. Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Maguire.
Yesterday he had a nice dinner. Looks like Andre Onana had nice dinner. This was him on Snapchat about 16 hours ago.
And people should have media balance too.
Finish this plate. Look at that.
What is that, fish?
Why does he look so happy of a person?
Is that fish?
It's fish.
Yes, it looks like a grilled fish.
Grilled fish and potatoes.
Now young Papi saying why he looks so happy, bro. He's alive. Man, got to be happy.
Exactly.
He definitely cleared his plate. He's got one potato left. And who's this? His dad? On the left.
Is that or it looks like it? The nose.
The nose is definitely.
Yeah, that's the daddy. That's his second plate too. That ain't even the first place. He just already went in like.
Oh my God, guys!
It's like a goalpost. Oh God! Anyway, hopefully he's not too full. He ate 16 hours ago. Finished his meal.
What's Kenny saying in the chat?
I don't know. Wait, is that also 2 plates on top of each other? Oh my God! Only I finished 2 plates. Right? That is 2 plates on top of each other.
It is 2 plates.
Oh Lord!
No. I'm messing with you. That's that's not a plate. That's I forgot what you call it.
In hospitality, they have like the first. It's
Yeah. No, that's
one of
not a
those
plate.
designer
That's
plate
we use it. I use it in my business, my catering business.
Okay.
Oh my God, why is the name deluding me right now? It's not a plate. It's basically for plate. It's for setting. It's like for setting.
Yeah. Something.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's not 2 plates. It's to protect the heat from the table. Thanks, Wajid. We're just making sure. We want to know if he
Wow.
can actually die.
I'm not surprised because somebody on this panel puts coconut milk in their jollof rice.
Oh Lord! Oh no! Oh, doctor.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Oh Lord. Okay. All right.
Abs is looking for you, by the way, bots. Abs has a search warrant out for you, just so you know.
Oh Lord. Yo.
I would advise you not to do the good, the bad, the ugly anytime soon. Because the chat would not forget. They would just be putting coconut milk, coconut emojis in the chat.
Pam definitely put you out there, bro. Like legit.
I was
Snatcher.
Oh, no.
All of
See
North
how-
section of Africa is looking for me. Okay, all right. Well, anyway, we'll be at the watch along later, guys, and yeah, we'll definitely we're winning. By hook
We
or
are
by
winning. United are winning today. My fingers and my
Yeah.
toes are crossed.
2-1 United. Come on.
2-1,
Harry Maguire.
whatever. 5. I don't know. Okay, look, let's be serious.
To be honest, we should have won that last game 2-0.
Yeah.
Sure, it should have
I'm
been.
only giving them the 1 goal but it's gonna be 2-1.
2-1.
Hopefully 3-1. But
They'll score at the end. Hopefully, we've got 2 goals, 2 early, goals, and then we're just sort of just seeing the game through, and they can score 1. in edit time. It's fine. You know.
No, it's not fine. No, it's not. It's not.
What is one? It don't matter. Clean sheets don't matter in this competition. It's we want to be through. We'll be through. We will be there, matter of fact. So anyway, oh my gosh, I don't trust that. And I think the second year in a row he's knocking us out of Europe. Please let this not be the day. He ate fish. Let's trust. Eating fish is healthy.
I have a quick question.
It wasn't July.
No, fish helps with IQ. Well, you know that, right?
What the omega 3? Yeah.
Exactly. Young Papi knows about it. Fish helps with the you'll see some good decision making today.
Before we go, I have a quick question. Rangers are playing Atletico Bilbao. Who would you rather see in the semis?
Yeah, but Rangers got a steep hill to climb. Atletico Bilbao really put it on them in the first leg.
They did.
No, it was 0-0.
No, it wasn't.
It was 0-0. Yeah.
It was.
The only team that actually has an advantage.
Oh yeah, it was.
Bodo Glimt.
Bodo Glimt. I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up with the two names. Yeah.
They beat Lazio 2-0. All the other teams drew. So the other 3 games are still in the balance. It's like Bodo Glimt is the one that's ahead.
I wouldn't mind.
Rangers got a red card.
I wouldn't mind seeing Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we need Butland in the net again with the extra helping hand in goal for us.
Yeah. Rangers. Yeah. I would prefer Rangers in the semis, but we got to get through them before we talk about that. Rangers played 90 minutes with 10 minutes as Yale.
Yeah, they did. They held on. It might go into extra time. Ooh, live player arrivals.
No,
They've already started.
No. In Malay, Bodo means stupid, says Jack. Wait, why does Young Papi keep getting this? It's time to end the show, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And I think ooh. Nice house over there, by the way. I like
nicely built houses here, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
And they all have white roofs.
Nice. Anyway, well, we out of here, guys. Peace. Thanks.
Peace.